So what I have here are the brand new Mackie CR3.5 BT monitors, which I've had for about 2 weeks now. I've been using them daily, testing them out and pushing them to their limits, and today I'm going to be sharing my experience with you so that you can know if they're a good fit for you. Now before I get started, I want to mention that I did receive these monitors from Mackie, however they're not paying me to make this video, so anything and everything that I say about them is going to be my own opinion. However, if you are looking for a pair, I will have a link in the description and it's an affiliate link, so if you use it you'll be supporting the channel, which is always appreciated. Now I'm not gonna do an unboxing video because I feel like those are very typical lately, like everybody knows what to expect inside the box. But if you guys are looking for unboxing videos, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure that I do that with future products. Now let's talk about the design, which is very different from the previous gen. Number one, it's less boxy, which I really like. The volume knob is now at the bottom, which is a better design choice too, and there's a new work/play knob, which we're gonna talk about when we get to the features and sound. What's also nice is that the Mackie logo now glows when the speakers are on. It glows green when it's connected to the Bluetooth and white when it's not. And of course, like the previous generation, the center of the cone caves in instead of out, so it's never going to be damaged like this. And it's also 3.5 inches instead of the 3 of the previous gen. And then above it is the metal grill, which is protecting the tweeter, which is also good because it means that you can't damage the tweeter as well. And then there's stickers on the speakers, which I have removed because I'm not a huge fan of them. And I understand that the stickers are very informative, but I kind of feel like they ruined the design of the speaker, which I've already mentioned. They look really good. I think cute is a word that I would use to describe the front of these speakers, especially for the size. And then at the back, it's still the same as the previous gen with a couple of changes, of course. First is the passive speaker output. In case you didn't know, the speakers that you get in the box are different from each other. So there's one passive and one active. The active one is the one that gets the sound and the power. And the passive speaker doesn't have any power of its own. It just receives the sound from the active speaker. And then there's TRS inputs if you want to use the speakers with an audio interface. And then of course the RCA, which are the red and white wires. And then if you want to put audio into the speakers from an older TV or something, then you can use the stereo input, which is the size of a normal headphone jack. There's also a new location switch which can be set to bookshelf and desktop. When switching between the two, there was a slight difference in the sound, but in my opinion, it wasn't too noticeable. And then of course, there's the side selector. Remember that I told you that there's an active speaker and a passive speaker. So if you're gonna be using the active speaker on the right, like me, then you're gonna set it to right. And if it's gonna be on your left, then you switch it to the left. And then finally, there's the power cable, which is now detachable, unlike the previous gen. Now, before we get into the sound and features, if you're new to the channel, my name is Tozi. I make videos about music production, DJing, and the tech involved. And if that's something that's interesting to you, please consider subscribing. Now back to the video. So the sound on these speakers, it's, for lack of a better word, louder than it should be. Like, it doesn't make sense how loud these speakers are. Obviously they do distort at higher volumes, but that's true for any studio monitor ever. It's just worse for smaller ones. And then the sound, of course, is relatively flat. If you don't know what that means, it basically means that it's better for music production. If you need more clarity on that, you can watch my video on how to choose studio monitors using the link in the description. If you're not making music though, you can use the tone knob to adjust the sound. On the left, it's work, which is more flat and suitable for music production. And then on the right, it's play, which makes it sound more like consumer speakers where there's more bass, and it's more suitable for like listening to music and consuming content. The difference between the two modes is very apparent, unlike the bookshelf and desktop modes. Now every time I post a video featuring speakers, there's always a guy that comments and says this video is useless without a sound test or something like that. And I always wish that I could sit them down and explain to them that a sound test of speakers on a YouTube video is very useless, because you need to remember that the same pair of speakers will sound different based on the room that they're in. So keeping that in mind, also include the microphone that is being used to record the speakers, because every microphone sounds different. Now take that, let's say I record using a good microphone and then I upload the video on YouTube. Now it gets to you. You're watching the video on your speakers, which are also being affected by your room. So what you're listening to is no longer what came out of the speaker. Does that make sense? But I know even with that explanation, there's still going to be guys expecting a sound test. So here it is to satisfy you.
I remember every word you wrote, and baby, how it felt like growing up, climbing down the ladder of your soul, waiting on an ocean of your love. Yeah, I remember every word you wrote, baby, I've been waiting on an ocean of your love. You say my name, you sing it through the spark, save me, I've been waiting for an ocean of your love. Baby, I've Drown